Hey everyone, Chang here and welcome to my channel. This is the practice problem video series where we basically pick a problem that highlights a math concept very well or one that we would normally see in a standardized test environment. Then we go over it. Let's begin. So for today's video, we're going to go over this problem. What is the value for c such that x squared plus 3x plus c equals 0 has only one answer? Now this is a very difficult or scary sounding problem. But notice this, that the bulk, the chunk of this problem is based on this expression. This expression right here is just a quadratic expression, right? We have x squared plus 3x plus c equals 0. That also should ring a bell. We have a quadratic expression equal 0. So normally what that means is that we want to find some x value such that this statement is true. And that usually results in two solutions. Well, what we use is the quadratic formula. That's the better way to go about it, at least at this point. So let's just remember the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, the only way we can have two solutions using the quadratic formula is because of the plus and minus. The plus results in one kind of solution, the minus results in another solution. Well, this one says that we wanted this value of c such that there's only one answer, meaning there's only one solution. So to add and subtract some number such that it doesn't matter, the only number this inside can be is actually 0, right? Because if you add 0, doesn't matter. Subtract 0, doesn't matter. So we want this thing right here, this whole chunk, to become 0. That's our main goal. We want to find c such that that is true. Well, in that case, we're going to look for b squared minus 4ac equals 0. Now the reason I decide to write that and just ignoring the square root is because guess what? Square root of 0 is just 0, so it doesn't matter about the square root. We want this one to equal 0. Well, what is our a, b, and c? Remember that in the quadratic formula and the function of quadratic expression, a is just whatever's in front of the x squared. In this case, it's an invisible 1, so this is going to be our a. B is what's in front of the x, which is this case is 3, and c is what would normally be where the number is, but this one is still just c. So let's just plug it in. Well, b squared is 3 squared, that gives us 9. 9 minus 4 times a, what is our a? 1. And c, we have nothing, so we're just going to put c right here, equals 0. So we basically have 9 minus 4c equals 0. Now, we can actually just solve this problem fairly easily. What we're going to do is we're going to try to isolate c by itself. Well, we're just going to add 4c on both sides. This gets rid of it here so that we have basically 9 equals 4c. Now we want c by itself, so we're just going to divide by 4 on both sides. This 4 goes away, so let's just move this right here. We're going to have c equals 9 over 4. So this is our final answer. If it happens to be a standardized test and it doesn't have this and it has a decimal, then usually if they allow you to have a calculator, convert it into a decimal and you got it. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.